It's the most intelligent Mercedes Benz coupe ever, harnessing technical innovations from both the E-Class and the C-Class. The CLE marks a new era for the two-door coupe with elegant lines, fluid design and long wheelbase. The CLE is unmistakably a luxury coupe. And yet its rakish angles and athletic stance convey plenty of edge. It's the latest milestone in a long Mercedes-Benz tradition, merging the finest in comfort and innovation with the purest in driving excitement. The CLE's striking, fluid design houses a space of remarkably generous dimensions, materials and accessories. Two freestanding digital displays put maximum focus on the driver, and can be personalized with 3 different styles. Ambient lighting in 64 colors comes standard, as does a multifunction sports steering wheel. The new front seats with integrated headrests were designed exclusively for the CLE. At the level of the headrests, 2 speakers helped deliver the power, subtlety and clarity of the Burmester 3D surround sound system. Disclaimer: 1. With Dolby Atmos. Disclaimer: 2. They're just part of an intricate, 17-speaker array that, especially when paired with Apple Music's spatial audio, turn the CLE's cabin into a private studio. The latest generation of Mercedes-Benz user experience, MBUX, and a new electronic architecture make the CLE the most intelligent coupe Mercedes-Benz has ever produced, and the most personal. The Hey Mercedes voice assistant allows you to interact with the CLE using ordinary, conversational language. Using data from the Mercedes Me Owner app, the coupe now recognizes individual profiles and adjusts lighting, climate and entertainment preferences accordingly. Intelligence plays into the power and performance of the drive itself. An integrated starter generator interacts with the engine to maintain an imperceptible shift from coasting to surge of power, while advances in transmission design have created a new level of efficiency. At one point, Mercedes-Benz had coupe and convertible variants for the C-Class, E-Class, and S-Class. Now, in the process of trimming the lineup, Mercedes has blended the first 2 together, and the result is the 2024 CLE Class. With a footprint similar to the old C-Class Coupe, 2 available powertrains, and all manner of standard cabin tech, the CLE Class carries all the latest and greatest features Mercedes has to offer in a slick 2-door coupe or convertible form factor. Models wearing the CLE 300 badge are powered by a 255 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder, while CLE 450s get a 375 horsepower turbocharged inline-6. The CLE Class goes head-to-head with rivals such as the Audi A5 and the BMW 4 Series. Neither of which are as luxurious, but they are both less expensive. What's new for 2024? The CLE Class is brand new for 2024, although the idea of a lineup spanning 2-door is no stranger to Mercedes, having sold the CLK Class for over a decade. Pricing and which one to buy. The price of the 2024 Mercedes-Benz CLE Class starts at $57,650 and goes up to $77,600 depending on the trim and options. Like the C-Class sedan, the CLE Class Coupe and convertible are offered in exclusive and pinnacle trims. We suspect the exclusive trim will offer enough luxury and tech features for most buyers, but we'll leave the choice of either the turbo 4 or 6-cylinder engine up to you. We'd stick with the coupe for its more practical body style and larger trunk. But if you prefer a wind-in-your-hair experience, the cabriolet is just an order form checkbox, and several $1,000s away. Engine, transmission, and performance. The CLE Class comes with one of 2 powertrains. The CLE 300 carries a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4, which is good for 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, while the CLE 450 bumps that up to a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 producing 375 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. A 9-speed automatic transmission is standard on both models. Both powertrains are 48-volt hybrids, incorporating an electric motor that can add up to 23 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque, as well. Both the CLE 300 and the CLE 450 are limited to a top speed of 130 miles per hour. We got a chance to test drive both the CLE 300 and CLE 450 for ourselves and came away happy with their performance, but the models we drove had European spec suspensions that aren't representative of what Mercedes Benz will sell in North America. When get a chance, we'll test a CLE on our home turf and update this story with driving impressions and test results, fuel economy and real-world MPG. The EPA hasn't released fuel economy estimates for the CLE class yet, but when we find out the new car's MPG ratings we'll update this story with those details. We'll also get a chance to take the CLE class on our 75 miles per hour highway test route, which will give us an idea of the car's real-world fuel economy. For more information about the CLE class's fuel economy, visit the EPA's website. Interior, comfort, and cargo. The CLE class's interior should look familiar, as its general layout is shared with the C-Class and GLC class. However, the front seats are new and specific to the CLE class, and they glide forward for rear seat access by way of a leather strap that activates the sliding mechanism. Seat heating is standard, while ventilation and massage are optional. 64-color ambient lighting is standard, as is a 17-speaker Burmester sound system. Base models come with vinyl upholstery, but in the Mercedes tradition, you can pay more money for leather or even fancier Napa leather. The CLE class offers more front legroom than both the C-Class and E-Class Coupes, while it rests between the two in rear legroom. Its 14.8 cubic foot trunk offers 2.1 cubic feet more than the outgoing C-Class Coupe, but it's 0.2 of a cubic foot behind the E-Class Coupe. Infotainment and connectivity. Every CLE class comes standard with a 12.3-inch digital gauge display that handles traditional cluster duties and offers 3 distinct visual styles. In addition, an 11.9-inch central touchscreen runs the latest version of Mercedes-Benz MBUX infotainment software. You can use the touchscreen to interact with the infotainment system, or you can use touch-sensitive controls on the steering wheel. The steering wheel buttons are confusing though, and they can be a distraction until you're used to the operation. Luckily, the system also responds to voice commands, so if you get stuck and really can't figure something out, you can just say, "Hey Mercedes," to get its attention. This latest version of MBUX includes new native apps, including TikTok, Angry Birds, WebEx, and Zoom. Music services including Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal are baked in, as well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also standard. Safety and driver assistance features. The CLE class comes standard with automated emergency braking.